Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the tailback. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it. Starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Clemens. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Shakes off the defender. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. Makes a connection. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire right when the ball snaps.
Touchdown, Oregon! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Shoots it to the left. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Vincent. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
These two running games so far, dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. And wings it incomplete. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Iowa is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Iowa City deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker of a showing. They're trailing by 21 to Oklahoma. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep the quarterback standing up straight.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high.
Brings into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. To the air, it's Clemens. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They kick it away on 4th down. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball fast. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped left, and it'll be first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll go up top on second and short. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Quickly complete. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Wants to throw it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This time he's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Clemens. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be...
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to correct.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, finding Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Ducks in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. To the air, it's Crumz. Hit as he throws. Got his man to the left. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
For quarterbacks, we always talk about soft focus around you, hard focus downfield. That quarterback was dialed into his wide receiver with laser focus, knowing he's going to get hit, not too concerned about it, though, and that's why he was able to complete that throw.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes it from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. It's caught. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch over...
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Right on the money. Bulldozes his way through. And he's brought down after a nice game. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vincent. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Wants to throw again. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Back to pass, it's Clemens. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the ground from the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They go to the ground. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue.
Breaks into the open. 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella. Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Sends it back in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fire into the right, complete. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Good timing on the quick out. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oregon. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On on the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Trying to stop this guy has been a near impossible task. You want to become an Irish legend, like maybe the most legendary of all Notre Dame backs, George Gipp, win one for the Gipper. How about just running one with this guy?
Yeah, you want to win some hardware at the end of the season, too. Just keep feeding him the rock, letting him do his thing. Running the football with such success makes everything easier on offense. But when you can hand the ball off to the right, to the left, up the middle, have success, yes, please.
Buys a little time. He's got it on the run. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. And
he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Amatova. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Catch in the middle, it's Vincent. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Ducks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. The official has offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield, it's Crumz. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers.
He's going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And the returner is stopped. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. All kinds of room to the right. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Iowa is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 35 to Oklahoma. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Tamatova. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Wants to throw on third. Snagged in the middle. It's Vincent. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it, making him feel you.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Here comes the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
He wants to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike through the air for the score. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The inside handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they didn't.